powerful reminder for me of just how long and how diverse the impacts of traditional fossil fuels and a traditional industry that is destructive to the environment is, and the true cost. Challenges that are very serious, ladies and gentlemen. And challenges that this group, this gathering, this audience are a critical part of solving. Now, as you all know, there was quite a disaster in the Gulf of Mexico, to say the least, this summer. I spent a lot of my time there covering that story for the various different news agencies, the Deepwater Horizon oil spill off of the coast of Louisiana. And it was a very stark reminder of the importance of what we're doing here, and of the importance of understanding the true cost of fossil fuels, the true cost of our destruction of the environment. Because if there was one thing that I recognized from that experience, more than any other, it was that the Deepwater Horizon oil spill was not just an environmental disaster, it was a human disaster. The untold suffering along the coast because of that oil spill was something that will stay with me. The lives that were ruined, the suicides, the abuse, people out of jobs, people losing their homes, their livelihoods, everything is something that will stick with me for a very long time. We filmed about 2 months ago was along the coast, the Gulf Coast of Mexico. Because as I've grown up and heard all the stories of my grandfather, and as I said, he didn't start out as an environmentalist. And in many ways, he started out as an explorer. He loved telling stories and doing documentaries. But it wasn't until the 1960s that he went back to many of the places that he saw in the 1940s and early 50s. And they had changed so much that he was horrified. And it was those experiences that caused him to start to become an environmentalist, to start to argue that we needed to protect these places because they were disappearing. As part of my experience with the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in the northern Gulf, off the coast of Louisiana and Florida and Alabama and Mississippi, I was curious about another oil spill off the coast of Veracruz, in Campeche, the Ixtac from 1979. And so we went back and we filmed this as part of a special that is airing this afternoon on CNN International. And I got permission to show you all a clip. So they cut a piece together so that I can show it to you. So you're the first people to see this, actually, about that expedition along the Gulf Coast and the lessons that I think it can teach us. And I thought it was appropriate, being, of course, that we are in Mexico, but also because of the passion that you all share for these issues. Because I think it is a stark reminder of what my grandfather always taught me. That although, in many cases, industry and many citizens in this world don't see them as they see themselves as environmentalists, we hope that these kinds of stories can help people recognize, just in the same way that my grandfather did over time, that the world is changing and we must take care of it. Because we found oil that has been on the reefs of Veracruz and the mangroves in Campeche longer than I've been alive. And if that is a message to any of us, then we must take care. I can't think of a better one. So I thought I would share that with you. It's a few minutes long, and I hope you enjoy it. I actually have only seen it once myself, the final. So this is brand new, and you're the first people, pretty much first people in the world to see it. If we can get that up and play that.